With the Valve Index orders arriving left and right, and the next round of people coming off the reserved list, many have asked which games are supported by the Valve Index controllers, or commonly known as the Knuckles controllers. While UploadVR and Reddit both have provided immense lists on these games, links will be in the description, let's go over my top 5 recommendations for games supported by the Index controllers. Yes, before we get into it, Superhot, VR Chat, Pavlov, Beat Saber, and more will all have Index support, but I want to recommend 5 great games, still widely loved, but lesser brought up than those compared to what I just said. Not only are these 5 games great, but they implement the Index controllers as much as possible, beyond just standard finger tracking and what I think can be unique experiences to the Index controllers themselves. Don't forget to leave a like. Let's get into my top 5 recommendations for the Valve Index controllers. Number 1, Neos. Welcome to the Metaverse, a shared social universe where both casual users and creators coexist. Play and explore with your friends, collaborate with your coworkers, or grab powerful building tools and create something new right inside VR. You probably get a VR chat vibe, but this goes beyond VR chat and may be the 2.0 of it. Neos is Gary's mod for VR, but it supports everything from gaming to business and more. It allows you to build worlds all in-game, which means even novices who don't know the first thing of programming can just use the game itself and the tools provided with the knowledge of the community and build the VR world of their dreams. Neos may be new, but don't sleep on it, and 100% Index support is available. Number 2, Fuji. A magical musical hike through lush chromatic VR wilderness. Bring dormant landscapes back to life by restoring native flora through light, water, and harmony while collecting seeds to grow your own enchanted garden. Reviews are coming in left and right for Fuji, claiming it is a magical experience with super calming atmosphere. I tried it myself, and honestly, not about the concept, this just isn't the normal type of game that I would like to play, and I still loved it. I loved how simple and charming it was. I honestly got lost. Full Index support is of course available for Fuji as well. Number 3, Disassembly VR. Love taking things apart, seeing how things work, destroying stuff? Do you like shooting stuff with a shotgun or rocket launcher? Well, this game lets you do it all in the ultimate destruction experience. Disassembly VR Ultimate Reality Destruction simulates the experience of taking everyday objects apart in virtual reality. Now seriously, give Disassembly VR a try. Even if you're not a gearhead or technologically curious, taking things apart, blowing them up, and dissecting piece by piece is just plain fun. Index support is reported with full finger tracking and dynamic per finger grip. Sensitivity grabs are also available, and honestly, this game is putting the full power of the Index controller to a test. I think out of all the games on the list, this one's rooted in the most reality. Basically, Disassembly VR is semi-realistic and taking things apart and being able to use the Index controller as your hand, and these things you just can't do with a normal controller. I think this game, out of all of them on the list, has the most to be rooted in realism and basically hit the hardest on really giving you that immersive feel. Number 4, Blade and Sorcery. Blade and Sorcery is a built for VR medieval fantasy sandbox with full physics-driven melee, ranged and magic combat. Become a powerful warrior, ranger, or sorcerer and devastate your enemies. I don't think a list would be complete for the Index controller support without a sword fighting game. It's basically as native to a VR concept as possible. Blade and Sorcery has been pumping out updates after updates, adding enormous replayability to this game since inception. Index controller support has full finger tracking, climbing, and physics-based hand and finger support, and more. Honestly, for everything you could accomplish in this game without the Index controllers, now having them adds so much more immersion to me personally. Number 5 and last is Vacation Simulator / Job Simulator. Welcome to Vacation Simulator, a rough approximation of vacation inspired by real humans, not jobbing. Brought to you by the same robots behind Job Simulator, relocate your bandwidth and get ready to splash, s'more, snowball, and selfie your way to optimal relaxation. So I wanted to end with Vacation Simulator because there is just a lot to do here. One great feature of the Index controllers are the way you throw items being much more realistic or at least intuitive on a controller. Well, if you played Job Simulator like me, you threw and destroyed everything. I just see this game as a sandbox to use some of the features of an Index controller you just won't find with other controllers out there. A new controller needs a sandbox type game like this to test its limits and really just have fun. And there you have it, those are my top 5 recommendations for games supported by the Valve Index controllers that are out right now. Obviously more games will be coming in the future and this list may change based on that, but out of the games currently out there as of today, these are the ones I would recommend to try with the full Index support of the Index controllers. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts. Do you like these 5 choices? Are there another 5 you would do? Of course, I know most people are going to be choosing VR Chat, Superhot, Pavlov, things like that, but it's nice to find games out there that are just a little different a little less known or a little less brought up. As always, if you enjoy my content, please hit that like button. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you don't miss one of my daily uploads. I'm Eric for Present, and I'll see you next time, VR Space Cowboys.